Hey guys! So I am super excited to get to talk to you about one of my favorite films coming out of South by Southwest, and that is Death of a Unicorn. This comes to theaters on March 28th, so you don't have to wait that long to see it. Unlike some of the others, if you subscribe and hit that notification bell, you're going to be hearing about all the movies I saw at South by Southwest. But this one is one you don't have to wait that long for. There's just a handful of them, and I've got to tell you that this movie delivered exactly what I wanted from it. Now, this was one of my most anticipated. I love Jenna Ortega. I love Paul Rudd. I love Anthony Carrigan. I love Richard E. Grant. Like, I love Tia Leone. I get Will Poulter. Like, I could go on and on and on. This entire cast is, I was just like, this is the perfect cast. Sounds like a hilarious, ridiculous movie. And that's exactly what it is. So, if you haven't seen the trailer, the premise is essentially that Paul Rudd and his daughters, played by Jenna Ortega, they are on their way to a weekend retreat, so to speak, out in these woods. And, they're driving there and they accidentally hit and kill a unicorn. That's essentially what this is. And so the unicorn, they discover very quickly, has magical powers, something that's kind of always been a bit of the lore of unicorns, that they're, the blood has healing powers, whatever. She has like really bad acne. It fixes her acne. Like he needs glasses and then he doesn't need glasses because he gets blood in his face, that type of thing. And it just so happens that where he's going is a billionaire pharmaceutical CEO's place. So you can kind of just figure out from here where things go. But what the best part of this is that the unicorns kind of start to take revenge, so to speak. I mean, this gives you unicorn carnage. This is exactly what I wanted from this movie. But it's also hilarious. Like, Will Poulter, every word out of that man's mouth had me dying. He's so funny. He plays this like rich kid, 1%er who just, his parents let him do whatever he wants, and he can basically just go on all these little ventures of whatever he feels like spending money on, and just every word out of that man's mouth is hilarious. And then Anthony Carrigan is the second. Like, the two of them are just so funny. Absolutely hilarious. Anthony Carrigan, a lot of his comedic stuff comes literally just from mannerisms and facial reactions. He doesn't have a lot of lines, and everything he does is so funny. You can often pick him out in the background just doing something absolutely ridiculous that will have you laughing. Like, I was laughing until my cheeks hurt. It was so good. Now, I do love a good kill, right? If you've been around my channel for a while, you know that it's part of why I love Final Destination so much and other slashers like that. So I Scream. We've talked about Hard Eyes. I love a unique and entertaining kill. And of course, we absolutely have that with Death of a Unicorn. I will say, though, I wanted more gore. I wanted more carnage. I maybe that's just me. I mean, here's the thing. I watched this and I went, oh, this is something I can watch with my kids easy. They're not going to be too gross out. They're going to have a lot of fun. They're 12 and 13 and they're going to have a blast with this movie. But it doesn't go too far. I wanted it to go too far, but it didn't go too far, which is fine. And I think that's kind of the point, right? They were trying to make it more of a family-esque thing. I think it is rated R, potentially. It might be PG-13, because it really fully doesn't actually go there. It goes there, but it doesn't go there too hard. You'll know what I mean when you see it. I just wanted more. I wanted more carnage and more gore. There's some. Could have been better. Could have been more. But I still really enjoyed what we got. And the story actually made me cry. Like, there was a point where I started crying towards the end, and I was like, what is wrong with me? Why am I crying right now? Like, I did not expect that from this movie at all. I thought maybe I'd cry from laughing so hard, but instead it got really emotional, and I was crying from that aspect. It was a little weird to see Paul Rudd in more of a straight role. He doesn't have a lot of the funny lines. Like, he's more the straight guy throughout the whole thing, which is a little interesting and a little weird to see, but it worked. He played it off well. I mean, he definitely can do more dramatic when he needs to, and he definitely has some funny moments, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't as much as I expected from him. And him and Jenna are kind of the like straight, not as comedic people, which is what actually works, because the 1%er family is absolutely just ridiculous and always dropping lines that will have you laughing. So here's the thing. I really enjoyed it. I had fun. I know I talked to a lot of people out of the fest, and it was very mixed reactions. Some people just really didn't enjoy it. Some people thought, again, it needed to go harder. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had fun. I wish I had more gore and more carnage, but there is enough to keep me satisfied. And I really enjoyed the story, and it warmed and touched my heart. It really got me. I definitely cried, and the end is great. The end of the movie is fantastic. So I had a blast. Will Poulter, Anthony Carrigan steal the show. It's great. It's so much fun. And yeah, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. So it comes to theaters March 28th. So you guys should check it out. Definitely see it in a packed theater. I think it's going to be one of those fun movies to watch with a crowd. So yeah, let me know if you're excited for Death of a Unicorn down below in the comments. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Like I said, I will have more reviews up from South by Southwest. I will also be doing a ranking of all the films. I have a couple of screener links for a couple of movies I didn't catch while I was out there in Austin, so I need to watch those, and then I'm going to compile my list. So stay tuned for that as well. You can follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and you can check me out at mamasgeeky.com. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.